look at this. We have spotted the NOS. Jesus, man. Fucking hell. Good morning, beautiful lady. Good morning, not so beautiful monkey. What are we doing today? Find out in a second. Yeah, boy. Coffee. I needed a coffee before I could talk to you guys because I am half asleep. This morning, me and the GG are taking the FD2 and the S15 up to Shah Motorsport to do a little swap. We are indeed going ahead with the RX7. Miss GG, are you excited for Rotary?
I am.
Good. Are you excited for really bad fuel consumption? Obviously this isn't going to be GG's daily. She's got a little Corolla which she uses as a daily, so we don't really need a daily car anymore. So yeah, the RX7 will definitely fit the bill. Oh, what a bot. Beautiful lady. God, I'm a lucky boy. She's also a very lucky lady because I don't know many young lasses like her getting sick whips like this. You're probably wondering what RX7 is. Well, Shah Motorsports are a pretty reputable importer. They import some absolutely beautiful cars. I'll put a little link to their Instagram down here and their website as well, so you guys can check them out. They get some really sick cars. They've got the original Zimax racing demo car, track inspired RX7. It is road legal, you can drive it on the road. But yeah, it's a pretty mental car. When you go on the Zimax website in Japan, their main ethos is kind of not building out and out powerful cars. It's about 500 horsepower this car, but rather than having it 700 brake and not really going around a track quickly, they kind of concentrate on the suspension, on the brakes, and how the sort of car puts the power down, and they kind of go for the power last. It's got an Ori Amimia body kit which looks absolutely sick. It's got an OS Geiken gearbox, OS Geiken rear diff. Yeah, the spec is absolutely nuts. We'll kind of run through it properly once we've got the car in our hands, but needless to say, it's going to be savage. 1 hour, 36 minutes until we get there. That's what the sat-nav's saying. So yeah, we'll see you guys down for a few braps in a bit. Yes, GG! That's my girl, man. Come on, baby. Et voila, here we are at wonderful Shah Motorsport. Mr. Salim, lovely to meet you. Mr. Naj.
How you doing, you right?
And in there, boys, we have some of the sickest Japanese whips. Right, come on, you. We'll leave these two to check out our cars, make sure they're not sort of stolen recovered. I can sort of tell by that massive smile on your face that you're a happy lady. Wow, look at this, guys. Original Zimax racing demo car. Needless to say, it looks absolutely
sick.
Obviously, once we get her back, we'll give you guys a proper rundown. We'll go through all the spec. Today, we're just going to kind of give you a quick little showdown. Project Moo brakes. Wheels are really sick as well. They are raised Graham Knights, and Shah have very kindly put a set of 8008s all round for us, which is pretty cool. Quite unique as well, these fenders. They're not like your sort of standard RX7 fenders, which are kind of boxy. These are kind of smoothed off. What do you think of the carbon aero? Make sure you don't get any speed bumps.
Bumps for that.
Yeah, carbon mirrors. In the back we've got a relocated battery, swirl pot, quick little look inside. We are probably going to change the seat and the steering wheel because that's not kind of to our liking. That's a TD07, which is quite a big turbo. It'd be a shame not to give you guys some brat noises. Oh, what a beauty! RX7s are really cool as well. You've got these nice sort of binnacles that really sort of focus on the driver. Loads of DEFI gauges, water temp, oil pressure, exhaust temperature, which is very useful to have, and boost. It has got a little stereo around here, but we're not sure it's actually got speakers, but we'll listen to the sound of the engine today. Jesus, this is quick. John, everybody. Mate, the response is next level, man. There's literally minimal turbo lag on this. You can really tell they put a lot of attention into getting it really responsive. It's proper rabid, man. Georgie, if you're watching this, please be careful. My heart rate is definitely increased, Naj. And the thing is as well with this Naj, it handles as well. The chassis stability is next level. It's got a lot of grip. And it's actually quite a cold day, it's quite greasy.
Like 6 degrees or something.
Yeah, although it's got track sort of influence coilovers, on the road it does soak up the bumps pretty well, doesn't it?
It's got a nice for a track car. It's not the bumpiest and it's not the largest either.
Missy says she's going to miss the 15 and she's going to miss the FD2, but once she gets in this, she ain't going to give a shit. Really cool. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed that little experience. Obviously we're going to be doing a lot more stuff as the year goes on, but yeah, we just wanted to kind of show you guys what she's all about, and needless to say, it is a fucking fast car, this, man. RX7 aside, Shah also have some pretty sick cars. I mean, I can tell that's an R34 GTR. Look at this, Bayside Blue.
Currently available, actually our friends at Harlow Jack Autos, one of their cars.
Sick.
So for the best car lines, you obviously check them out, Harlow Jack Autos.
They also got a pretty sick RX7 as well.
Yeah.
And what's the sort of horsepower on this?
From the top of my head, I think this is probably around 550 to 600 mark, maybe.
Decent powers.
Yeah.
And then this?
Yeah, S13 just come in, quite a big spec. Ex-drag car by Tex Modified Japan. Then it was bought out by a lovely American chap in Japan living out there, and he made it a bit more of a drift style car. 2.1, Tomo pistons, rods, drag cams, head,
crazy.
all that work.
Big spec, yeah.
Yeah, it's about 500 horsepower at the moment.
We have spotted the NOS, really clean actually, all the strut tops are lovely.
Yeah, for this what drew us to the car, for an S13 it's quite clean.
Yeah, because this is the only thing with the 13s now. 15s are obviously quite a bit newer, these are getting quite old now.
Yeah.
Enkeys?
Yeah, NTO3. Yeah.
Beautiful wheels, man, one of my favourite wheels, really are. Mild sort of over fenders and slightly wider wings, but it's not sort of overdone.
BN Sport front bumper, I think Kikuchi Power bonnet, BN Sport side skirts.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. If you're an S13 fan, well, I don't think they get really much better than this. Paintwork's mint on it as well. A bride's seat as well. Nice Alcantara steering wheel. Yeah, big hydro handbrake. Ah, look at this. Don't start getting ideas, you. This is an RX7 drag car.
It's not for sale. It will be maybe in the future, but we bought this really as like, it had the engine and package in there, but it was a bit more of a rolling shell. We knew we were going to have to do a bit of work on it.
Bits to it, yeah. Wings on it are proper epic, man.
Yeah,
I love how they kind of sort of fade away back here. Really sick. Some sizable wheels on the back.
So at the moment, it's just on a running in mat. Basically, a T8834D, but we've added spec to a T88H 38GK, which is 1100 horsepower version.
God. And roughly what sort of horsepower do you reckon it will net?
North of 700, I think.
Yeah,
and they're not heavy cars, these old RX7s. Quite popular as well now, isn't it? People get rid of the pop-up headlights.
Yeah.
I prefer them though.
I prefer these stock ones, just sometimes because with these headlights, depending on what year of the older versions you get or the newer versions, sometimes it's like holding a candle, you don't really see much.
You can't see anything. They kind of look cool, but not when you actually need lighting.
Yeah.
God, that's not a small turbo, is it? Jesus, man.
So the turbo rebuilt billet compressor wheel spec'd out to GK.
Yeah.
Injectors 16, 18 primary and secondary for AM coil packs, Link G4 ECU.
Big spec, man. Jesus.
Yeah, it was lots of other things we've done.
Now she's just going to show us the boot.
Two external Bosch 4.4s and an in-tank 320 as well. So it's got enough fuel to power.
Yeah.
The mileage on the actual speedometer, it's got a stack dash in it, but from what we understand, this was only ever used on the drag strip and never really driven.
So mileage is ultra low.
Yeah, it's quite a low mileage car.
Yeah. I noticed you guys said it's Bridgeport, so it's going to make some brat noises.
Yeah.
Can we start it up just to hear it?
Yeah,
is that alright? Ours won't sound quite like this because it's only got a mild street port. This has actually got a Bridgeport, but yeah. Lost our hearing. That is a proper monster. You guys must get some looks when you go down the road in that.
Yeah.
That's the only problem with these cars, because they're so loud. Sometimes they sound like they're going faster than they actually are.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Sometimes when you're driving, you might be doing 30, but people are like, slow down.
Yeah, and you're like, I'm doing 30, man.
miles per hour, not doing fast.
And I know that is sick because that's an NSX I can see from here. These are getting really rare now, aren't they?
Yeah, they are pretty damn hard to find, especially.
Oh, nice condition as well.
Yeah.
Paint is mint. Completely stock.
When you drive them, then you realise how much of a good car they are,
Yeah.
honestly.
How much horsepower they got stock?
On paper 280, but probably realistically around the 300, 320 mark, I'd say, between them.
Mad to think back in the day they really got slated, you know, against sort of Ferraris and stuff. No one really ever got the magic, but now 20 years later they've really turned around, haven't they? They are really sick. What's this? Scooby?
A couple of Scoobies, yeah.
Nice, man. Subaru Impreza Classic Type R, which is really cool. 3-door as well, it's a super rare.
We don't really work with a high quantity, but for us it's the quality of the cars.
And I think because anyone can import cars at the end of the day, and there is a lot of crap floating about there.
Yeah, I
really
think
is.
that's one of the biggest misconceptions, is that just because you're buying from Japan, the car's automatically going to be mint, but
It's not.
we're in auctions pretty much every week, and most of the stuff that goes through
It's
is
rubbish. Oh, 33?
33 GTR. I bet
Nice.
I think I expect this one. I believe it's a 2.7 or a 2.8.
Okay, stroker.
Yeah, stroker, and it's got a T88 38 GK on there.
T88's big.
Yeah, it's big boy.
What sort of powers, Celine?
I'd say about close to 800 on this.
Yeah, nice, man.
Yeah, it's got a dog box in there as well.
Crazy, 2.2 bar.
Yeah, yeah.
And these have kind of come round now. Again, 5-10 years ago, they were really seen as the sort of bad egg of the Skylines.
Yeah.
Now they've completely turned around again.
Yeah, I don't know why the 33 GTR gets such stick.
No. I'm not sure if this is right, but I've heard it sort of through the internet that the 33 was actually the best chassis. I don't know if it's 100% right, but I heard it was the sort of stiffest chassis of all the 3 cars. If you guys know if that's correct, let us know in the comment section. Definitely large turbo, especially when you've already got 2.8 capacity. Ready. Intake as well, custom catch can, all forged pistons, forged rods. Got a nice set of Project Moo discs on it as well. Pretty much stock apart from a bucket seat. It's really nice, this, man. Got a dog box.
Yeah.
Ooh, naughty, man. You guys are legends, man. Thank you for showing me around.
That's alright, no problem.
I probably, if it had my way, I wouldn't be leaving here till later on. This is really cool. We are all good to go. Mrs. GG.
Thank you very much.
Nice to meet you. Mrs. Salim.
Nice doing business.
You guys are stars, man. Thank you so
you.
much. Right, next up, we're going to get this bad boy on the trailer. It is quite low, so we might need a few bits of wood. But yeah, let's get it on. RX7 is all locked and loaded, looking beautiful in the white trailer. Brian James for the win. Woo! Happy days. Say goodbye to your cars. We'll show you guys the cars before we go. Bye bye FD2. Bye Salim, bye Madge. Legends, guys, absolute legends. Bye bye S15. Woo, we've done it. Happy days. I'll swap the camera around so we can see that ecstatic Mrs. Monky. So yeah, Shah Motorsports. Salim and Naj, absolute legends. They really were nice people to deal with and very passionate about their business. I like sort of Talk GT and Harlow Jap imports. They're another importer who really do care about the stuff they import. So really nice to see. Great to meet you lads. Me and the Mrs. GG. We're not going to do any braps today.
No braps.
Maybe in a few days time though. Don't worry, we're going to have loads of content coming up on the RX7. Rest assured it's going to be savage. I hope you guys enjoyed this cheeky little video. Make sure to give me a like and follow Mrs. Monky. I'll put Mrs. Monky's Instagram down here.
Thank you.
And yeah, we'll see you guys real soon.